And as we take a look outside from our Mount Wilson camera, a little hazy sunshine. The marine layer is going to return. It's going to cool down a little bit, but that's going to be short-lived. The high will make its way back into the region. At that hour. I remember those hours. Let's see. Happy hump day, everybody. Let's go ahead and take a look outside if we can. Or Los Angeles right now, 71 degrees. But if you are in Palm Springs, we're looking at 108 to our south in San Diego, 100 degrees on the button. If you're in Las Vegas, 104. And take a look at Phoenix. 107 and partly cloudy skies. For us right now, we're looking at 67 degrees over Camarillo, 85 if you're in Van Nuys, 65 in Santa Monica, 77 in Fullerton, and much of the Inland Empire still in the upper 80s. And in Big Bear, we're looking at 73 degrees for you. Overnight low is going to be pretty mild. We are going to see that marine layer develop along the coast and maybe make its way a little bit further inland today than it did tomorrow compared to what it did today. 56 will be the overnight low in Woodland Hills, 63 if you are in Newhall. Shape out like this. Tomorrow temperatures are going to drop to 82 degrees. Again, we'll see a few clouds in the morning as that marine layer starts to work its way back on shore. By Friday, we drop it down to 79, and that's because that tropical pressure is going to push more of that cooler air and more of the clouds on shore. By Saturday, though, things are going to start to warm up again as a ridge of high pressure makes it back into the region, and by the early part of next week, we will be pretty close to average, if not above average. 92 will be the daytime high tomorrow in the Inland Empire, and then we'll jump back up to 92 and 93 over the weekend, and low 90s with a little more humidity in the atmosphere Monday and Tuesday. And that's a look at your 7-day forecast, guys. Back to you.
Thank you, Vera.
And we'll also be feeling a slight cool down in the weather, but not to worry. By the weekend, the temperatures are going to increase once again. By how much? I'll have your 7-day forecast coming up.
Vera Jimenez with the 7-day and more. Hi, Vera.
And more, Mike. Happy hump day, everyone, as we take a look outside. Hazy sunshine as we take a view from our Mount Wilson camera. Today, downtown Los Angeles reached a high of 80 degrees, average 84 degrees, so we were slightly below, but things are going to warm up again as we get towards the weekend. In the meantime, though, right now it's 64 degrees at the airport, 77 in Fullerton, 86 in Ontario, and 63 in Camarillo. As we take a look at the satellite radar picture, ridge of high pressure is continuing to shift to the east and taking with it most of that heat and the moisture associated with that high. In fact, the moisture the last few days and humidity has stayed over mostly the four corners. For us, we're going to see mostly sunny afternoons by tomorrow and Friday, but in the morning we're going to start off with a little bit of gray. A little bit of that marine layer is going to get deeper and deeper Thursday and Friday, so that's why temperatures for the next couple of days are going to continue to be below average, but by the time the weekend rolls around, it's going to warm up absolutely beautifully. In fact, take a look at the highs for tomorrow. 73 Oxnard, 85 Valley, Newhall 92, 96 in the Lancaster Palmdale area, Burbank 84 for you. Likewise in Hollywood. And as we head to the east, things are going to warm up nicely for Burbank and El Monte. We're looking at 86, 85 in Anaheim, 92 in Palm Springs. Likewise in Ontario, and at the higher elevations, mountains, we're looking at upper 70s, 79 exactly if you are in Big Bear. Taking a look at that 7-day forecast for the San Fernando Valley and the San Gabriel Valley, we're looking at 90 degrees tomorrow, plenty of sunshine in the afternoon, 87 on Friday. Now keep in mind that we are going to see a little bit of marine layer Friday and Saturday morning, but it will be pretty thin, so it will dissipate rather quickly. And then by Sunday, temperatures are going to start to increase again because that ridge of high pressure is going to return. We're looking at 95 by Sunday. We're going to keep about that because it's going to be a beautiful beach weekend. And that's a look at the 7-day forecast. Micah will be right back with more. And the weekend is going to be perfect just for that. In the meantime, though, a live look at LAX shows us the marine layer is moving in and a cool down the next couple of days, but it's going to warm up. I'll show you when coming up. Guys, back to you.
With the details. Hi.
Hello and good evening, everyone. Yes, in fact, by the time the weekend rolls around, it's going to be perfect beach weather. In the meantime, though, we still have a couple of days to get through before we get to that point. And as we look outside, you can already see the marine layer moving on shore. Let's talk about the high over downtown Los Angeles today. 80 degrees, slightly below average, but still a very pleasant, beautiful afternoon with plenty of sunshine by the time the afternoon rolled around. Right now at the airport, it's 61 degrees at LAX, 65 in Fullerton, 70 if you're in Ontario, and along the the coast in Camarillo, we're looking at 57 degrees. This is the satellite radar picture, but it also has the water vapor imagery on it. And as you can see, that marine layer is starting to deepen and develop, and it's also going to be enhanced because we do have an eddy spinning off the coast, and that always helps to develop and push those low clouds and fog onshore. A little bit further inland tonight than last night. Overnight low is going to feel like this. Not going to be too bad. In fact, relatively mild. We're looking at mostly upper 50s from Santa Barbara all the way down to Santa Monica, where it's going to be warmer at 64. As you head inland, we're looking at 63 in Burbank, 64 in El Monte as well. For the Inland Empire, we're looking at low 60s. At the higher elevations, like in Wrightwood, we're looking at 54 degrees as your overnight low. On the satellite radar picture without the water vapor, we are looking at basically a couple of systems. We're wedged between an area of low pressure, a trough of low pressure to our north out of the Pacific Northwest. Here we are, and then to the east is this big ridge of high pressure. Now at this point, the trough of low pressure is actually influencing our weather more. We're seeing stronger onshore flow, which is ushering in the low clouds and the fog and the cooler temperatures because we're getting winds out of the east. But by the weekend, that's going to change. This ridge of high pressure is going to continue to expand, and as it does, it's going to move this trough to the north, and as it does, we're going to see warmer temperatures, but not until the weekend. Tomorrow, going to be a little bit cooler than today. Looking at 85 for you, and much of the Inland Empire is going to be in the low 90s. Triple digits if you're in Palm Springs, 110 to be exact. 7-day forecast looks like this. Today, we're back up to 83 degrees with plenty of sunshine. And that's a look at your 7-day forecast. Micah, Cher, back to you.
All right.